it's Dorothy Guinan with Scrapbooking Quebec. Today I'm here for the Scrapbook Nerd Online Shop. And if I haven't wished you a Happy New Year already, Happy New Year. Today I'm going to be doing a layout process video inspired by this Milena Woodiwiss sketch. She's a sketch artist for the Scrapbook Nerd. And here's what I'm going to be using. I have material from Vicki Boutin's Storyteller collection along with that giant viewfinder die from Elizabeth Craft Designs. I'm really excited about that. I got all of this at the Scrapbook Nerd Online Shop, so I will link up the shop as well as everything I'm using in the description box below. Now, the only preparation I did was cut my photos in advance, and I'm going to explain to you how I'm going to change this sketch a little bit to fit my needs. You can see there are these 3 2x2 photos there. Well, I almost never have 2x2 photos, so what I'm going to do, I simply took a 6x4 photo, kind of a landscape type shot, and I chopped it in 3, essentially creating 3 photos 2 by 4 inches each. And what I did show you is on the back of that photo, I actually numbered them, because when you cut up a photo like that, it's almost like a puzzle sometimes. So it can help to put numbers on the back. And obviously I matted them as well. Now I'm showing you this viewfinder die. Now, another reason why I'm adapting this sketch is because I'm dying to use this new tool. It's absolutely huge. So that big block that you see on the background part of the foundation page, I'm going to replace it with a giant viewfinder. So what I'm going to do right now is prepare my foundation page. So you can see there are borders, one on the left and one on the right. So that's what I'm cutting right now. And I'm going to use both sides of this paper because the flip side is like a dark burgundy. Anyway, you'll see it in a minute. And what I'm doing is cutting down these strips of paper. So I'm putting measurements for all of this on the screen, but each border is going to have 2 pieces of paper instead of 1, like on the sketch. I'm just going to add like a little contrast to the edge of each border. And the large horizontal strip is obviously much larger than what you see on the sketch because my photos are 4 inches long as opposed to 2 inches long. So I'm just placing everything on the page how I plan to place it. And I will give you a better idea in a moment how it will look when I get out my die cutting machine and I cut out that viewfinder. So what I'm going to show you right now are the dies. This set comes with many pieces, but the main ones are these 2 giant pieces. So one is made to layer up under the other. And there are also all kinds of tags and different stuff like that. So I'm getting out my brand new Gemini Junior here, which essentially works exactly like my Big Shot did, but instead of a crank handle, it is electronic. And what I'm going to do is cut out half of my viewfinder. I'll do the other half off screen because it's kind of repetitive. Anyway, so I'm doing the top part first in this black cardstock. So it's going through and you'll see it cuts out very, very nicely. And then once this goes through, I'm going to use that yellow paper that you see with the little polka dots. That's going to be what I mat underneath this viewfinder. And that as well is from this Storyteller collection. So I'm going to run that through. And another thing I'm going to do off camera when I cut the other half of this viewfinder, in that collection of dies, and you'll see it in a minute, there are 2 rings, and what they do is they are basically outlines for the holes that you see on the viewfinder. They are identical in size. So what I ended up doing off camera is I cut out 10 of those rings, 2 at a time, so 5 times, and I adhered them to the outside of those openings. And I did that in that burgundy paper, which is ultimately the flip side of that black paper with the holes on them. So there you see, I have it all adhered together except for one little ring. I just wanted to show you how I was doing that. And that is an adhesive called Sticky Specs. That's what I was using. So now what I'm going to do is place everything exactly as I will be adhering it. Now, as you can see, I put the border on the right down first, then my viewfinder, then my horizontal strip, and then the border on the left, and then the photos. I am saying this because when I go to adhere it, I completely mess up the order and I end up turning off the camera and just adhering it properly. So once again, I'm going to simply repeat the order in which I do it. Once I adhere the two borders together, the two pieces of paper that are in each border together, I adhere the right border first. I'm doing it wrong right now, keep that in mind. Then I adhere the viewfinder next, a little bit off center towards the top. Next, I adhere the horizontal strip. Again, I'm not doing the same thing on the screen. And finally, I finish with the border on the left. So I'm showing you the sketch now and ultimately showing you what I've done differently. And basically what I've done differently is the horizontal strip that's across the middle is wider simply because my photos are longer. And the large square that's part of the foundation page has been replaced with this giant viewfinder. So now what I'm doing is adhering my photos. And I started on the far right because I wanted my photos to basically end at the very far right of the page. And then I finished with the photos on the left because I didn't mind if the margin on the left was wider, but I wanted them to almost go to the far right. That's why I started there. So I'm adhering my photos down, and now what I've got to do is establish a title as well as a journaling spot. So I have two alphas here. That yellow one there is from this Storyteller collection, and the black ones are part of a Twilight. They're called Twilight or something like that. I'll link them up below. They're still available at the Scrapbook Nerd. I have my title on wax paper, and I'm thinking it's going to go like this at this point, but you're going to notice it ends up getting switched. For my journaling, I found this frame in the ephemera pack, so I plan to add a piece of paper behind it and put my journaling there. And now what you see me doing is basically establishing two main spots for my embellishment cluster. So I'm working in the top left and the bottom right. As always, I start with the largest pieces, and believe me, this ephemera pack, the two that I'm using, are full of huge pieces, so that wasn't difficult. And then I'm finishing with smaller pieces. Now before adhering, I do want to add a bit of paper behind that frame where I will be doing my journaling. So I just found a piece of graph paper that was in my stash and I adhered it behind there. And now I'm piling up my ephemera in that corner there, and I'm adhering it all right now. I finish off by adhering my title, but you're going to notice I end up moving the black letters in my title towards the top of that photo as opposed to the bottom where I had originally planned. And that ends up serving me well because I end up creating a visual triangle. By moving that up, essentially I separated those two clusters. So now you can see I stopped my film and continued adhering my title. And the title at the bottom, which says Humor Me, I ended up popping up that on foam adhesive, which is really easy to do with those letters because they're kind of filled in. And so it was easy to add the foam adhesive. And I also put foam adhesive on that black banner that you see underneath the journaling box. Now what I'm doing is I'm adding a bit of yellow to that cluster, a bit more yellow, I should say, to that cluster in the top left to repeat that tab or whatever you want to call it in the bottom right that says Day Pass. And I wanted to add another hint of yellow up in that title cluster, and that's what you see me doing right now. I'm going into these puffy title stickers, and I end up going with just that little hollow heart in the middle of the word you. And the only thing I end up doing off camera is I added a few of those butterflies, again, part of this collection, and I did my journaling, of course, and that is it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the Scrapbook Nerd YouTube channel, we would be absolutely thrilled if you did. The same thing for my channel, Scrapbooking Quebec. Also, don't forget to check out the Scrapbook Nerd Online Shop for supplies. The link is listed below. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.